Hello, my name is Dr. Brett Davies and I'm a barrister and solicitor. Now, congratulations on building this document because it's important that at all times your self-managed super fund remains compliant with the laws, and it's a continuous obligation. So let's have a look at some of the continuous requirements to keep your self-managed super fund compliant. Firstly, there is a maximum number of members that a self-managed super fund can have. The minimum number, of course, is 1. If you don't have any members of your self-managed super fund, you don't have a self-managed super fund. You can have 2, 3 or 4. They're the only grouping of members you can have. 1, 2, 3 or 4. You can't have 5, you can't have less than 1. Each member must also be a trustee. So if you've got John and Jenny as the members, they must also be the sole trustees. And if John and Jenny are the trustees, they must be the only members. There are some exceptions to that rule, and the main exception is if you've got a company or what lawyers like to call a corporate trustee of your self-managed super fund. And in that case, John and Jenny are the only directors of their company, and John and Jenny are the only members of the self-managed super fund. If they bring their son Daniel in as a member, then Daniel must also become a director of the corporate trustee of the company that's trustee of the self-managed super fund. You also can't employ someone, so there can be no employer-employee relationship, and that's because you don't want to have a boss bossing around a person, because all members are equal. It's like George Orwell's Animal Farm. All members are equal. And you don't want to have an employer-employee relationship. There is an exception to this rule that you may be related. So if you and your wife, if your wife's your boss, then that's okay. Isn't it always the case? And finally, the trustee must be a volunteer, which means the trustee, which is generally you anyway, cannot gain any money or get paid to do the job. You're a volunteer. Now, these are continuous obligations. Your self-managed super fund that you are amending or updating does not change any of that, but you just need to make sure that you can have continuous disclosure in your self-managed super fund and that there is continuous correctness on how you operate it. Stay close to your accountant, to your financial advisor, to your auditor and to your tax lawyer. Those 4 people will protect you and make sure that your self-managed super fund stays away and out of the clutches and out of the radar of our regulator, the Australian Taxation Office. So enjoy the advantage of using our law firm.